guys, it's Ahmer here. So today I have another update in this series where I take you along with me on my collecting journey of trying to grow my Super Nintendo video game collection and trying to do so without paying crazy amounts of money for every game in the entire Super Nintendo library. So with ending last week with 229 games out of the 721, I am so thrilled because we added quite a few games this week. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what I picked up. So thanks to these Quick Flip Fridays, with actually funding some of this money into this week, I'm so thrilled to add another few games into this Super Nintendo collection. We left off with 229 and we have a couple more to add. So, starting, I actually scored this on Whatnot and I was pretty excited because that was the first time that I ever used that app and I actually got this game for a really good deal. So this, of course, we have this complete copy of James Bond Jr. So this one is actually an interesting title. It's not one of the best games, but this one is actually pretty interesting. This is James Bond Jr. The name is Bond, James Bond Jr. With a name like Bond, you know that intense action and daring adventure are here. Join James Bond Jr. on several missions to root out and destroy the evil forces of scum. Crisscross the globe as you battle the Dr. Derange in Central America and the nefarious Maximilian Cortex in the shadowy canals of Venice. As all the while collect fabulous items that enhance your personal weapons into an unstoppable arsenal. Take on the scores of enemy jets, missile launchers, and robotic devices designed to end your adventures permanently. Do you have what it takes to fight your way to the deadly confrontation with the Scum Lord? Use flying kicks and body rolls to keep the agents off guard. Take a wild ride in a minicopter, a speedboat, and jet, all customized with the latest in high-tech weaponry. So this one actually looks pretty interesting, and I'm still excited to try this, even though it's a rather short game. So, I heard that this is based off of the cartoon series, which was pretty well, but then of course it got canceled. So I will definitely have to give this game a try and see exactly how I like it. But I'm glad to have another one off the list. And I would have had a couple more items, but I didn't actually have the Whatnot app set up, so I wasn't able to bid on a couple other games. So hopefully I'm able to fix that if I ever do get back on there and buy some more. Then we have this game, which is a lot better than the James Bond Jr. game. So this one is like a real adventure game. This is Pitfall, the Mayan Adventures. So this one is your typical side-scrolling action platforming game. Of course, you have to journey through this Mayan jungle, and you can perform a variety of moves, and you have to defeat the boss. So this one is more of like an exploration game. It's definitely pretty fun. Anytime that I play these Pitfall games, I definitely have a blast. So I'm really excited to try out this one, see how this adventure style game is compared to James Bond Jr., see if this one is any fun, as this one is probably one of the more fun games in my list that I actually checked off, and one that actually ranked decently when this came out. And then of course we have this wacky game. We have the Adventures of Yogi Bear. So many of you guys may actually remember this. Of course, you have to go get the picnic baskets. So this one is a pretty interesting style game as well, as this is your typical platform game. Of course, this is said to be an easier, a simpler style game, but the atmosphere and the graphics kind of make this pretty enjoyable. So essentially, Yogi has to prevent the Jellystone Park from turning into a chemical dumping zone. So by doing so, he has to clean up and retrieve all of these baskets to try and go ahead and save this whole area. So this one is actually pretty interesting, and I'm definitely excited to give this one a try, as I've heard pretty decent things about this particular game as well. And then this one looked pretty interesting. I didn't really know much about it. This one is Time Cop. So this one has a pretty cool label. All of these actually have very nice labels, so I like to try and do that as I'm collecting. But of course, Time Cop seems pretty interesting because it has this aspect of time travel in here. So of course, this is a side-scrolling action-adventure game that takes you from the past more towards the present day. So pretty much you have to stop the inventor of time travel and go ahead and work your way to fix all of the wrongdoings that the doctor has done. So this is pretty interesting. This has about 15 levels or so. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving this one a try, as it's a little bit different than some of the other games that I've been picking up. And then of course this one right here, I saw the Simpsons title. So here we have Crusty's Super Fun House. So this one, of course, has all of these classic Simpsons characters in here. It actually has quite a few of them, but of course you are Crusty in this game. So pretty much this one has a lot of different things in it. It's more so of this puzzle style game where you navigate through this maze-like levels and you have to go through this fun house. So pretty much it is Krusty's Funhouse that you're working through. You do see different characters who make appearances, like Bart, Homer, and Sideshow Mel. So it is pretty cool to see this and to give this one a try, as I definitely did not play this one back in the day. So I'm really looking forward to the Simpsons title, seeing how this one goes. I know that I've played some on the Game Boy back in the day, but of course I barely remember some of that. So I'm pretty excited to try out all of their antics with this cool little puzzle style game. So I'm definitely thrilled overall with this title. So just like that, we have another 5 games completed on this list here. And of course, I was even able to score a boxed game as well. So I am mostly going for these loose cartridges, but if I find a good deal, I'm going to go ahead and do that and score the box, the manual, and anything else that I possibly can. So I'm definitely excited with these 5 games here. We left off with 229 last week, and then of course by doing those quick flip Fridays and finding more items out there for more amazing deals and go ahead and flipping them and using that money in this series, we're essentially building this collection for free. So I still have money left over from last week, finding all of that amazing stuff in the past few weeks, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the 3DS, the PlayStation 2, just so many cool things out there, and then I just keep finding more stuff. So of course that is funding this little collection here, and then we now have from 229 to 234 in this collection. So hopefully we can go ahead and get closer to that 250 mark, and then eventually we'll shoot for halfway as well. So it's just one step at a time, trying to grow the Super Nintendo collection, playing some of the games that I find interesting as well. So of course, let me know what you guys think about this series. Are there any games out there that are definitely must-haves that you may think that I don't have, as I've been going through my little checklist and highlighting the games that I complete? So of course, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what games you would be on the hunt for. Are there any high-ticket, expensive games that I should definitely try and find sooner rather than later? Just, of course, let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos, and stay tuned for more.